I do not know what the Ulabulu is about atheism plus that is causing so much hate and tantrums. I understand that people fear change and people with power fear anything that would or could threaten their power base. And because atheists are people, we are not exempted from this fear of change. People who enjoy power hardly want their privileged positions questioned. They fight the change makers, they cast aspersions on the opposition's characters, they fight tooth and nail to discredit the change, and this is most likely what the fight against atheism plus is all about. The sad thing is, many of those fighting the atheist plus concept would hardly agree that they fight because they are afraid of change. Nope. They would hide under so many disguised notions to justify their stance against atheism plus. People love to have power over others. The insignificant minorities are always the victims. Many so-called progressives still use their residual patriarchal power, sometimes unconsciously, sometimes consciously, to lord it over others, and they loathe it. They just loathe it when they are confronted with those facts. Why am I in support of atheism plus? I am a black African woman who also identifies as atheist, bisexual, feminist, socialist, and humanist. Sometimes I join groups that promote all my identities, at least acknowledge some of the things I identify as. For example, I joined black feminist groups, African labor groups, labor women organizations, LGBT atheists, African bisexuals, black atheist group, working class atheists, I'm a trade unionist, so secular humanist and female workers groups. When uh when attached to my birth identity, those self-identity tags afford me the opportunity to understand at a glance the demography of the group. I am conscious that not every organization that I identify with share my values or identities. However, when joining or identifying with a group, I consider it important that I network with groups and persons who do not only share a birth or self-identity with me, like being a woman or being born a woman, being born a black person, race, but I also want some people who share core values with me. While I might not think it is important to bring up my socialist notions in a black bisexual group, for example, or an African atheist group, I would definitely think it is important that whenever a discrimination is made in a group I identify with, it will be my duty and responsibility to point this out. And if the group fails to change, those of us with same values can organize to change the group or form a better group. And yes, definitely any group can be improved upon, including atheist groups. It is not about changing the meaning of atheism. It is about using my atheist identity to promote rational values. For example, I identify as a member of many Nigerian progressive groups, and some of those groups are unfortunately not in support of sexual minority rights. However, the homophobia, the biphobia, and transphobia in the Nigerian African human rights communities would not stop me from identifying as a Nigerian or African human rights activist, but it sure would stop me from identifying with a group that is continuously homophobic. It could also cause me to organize a revolution within the group to acknowledge its defects, and yes, also to mobilize a subgroup to signal that we stand for much more than the default group. I have identified as a critical and atheist for more than a decade, and it is only natural that I seek out people who also identify as same. Of course, I am also eager to find people who share not only birth identities with me, but who also share self-identities with me. I would eagerly join an African atheist group, a black women's group, a women atheist group, LGBT atheist group, Nigerian criticals group, Nigerian LGBT. It is only natural that I try to bond along and across boundaries. However, experience has shown that while we may share birth identity and a few other self-identities, our self-identities and values are not always all the same. For example, I eagerly joined an African atheist group on Facebook, and I was happy to network with other Africans. In the process of networking, other issues common to our shared humanity came up, especially in the mode of communications, language. Some of the group members' posts were homophobic, racist, and demeaning to women. And of course, when there are conscious feminists, LGBT advocates, human rights, and humanists in such groups, we have a sense of duty to call out such posts and comments and explain to the group members at large or the group at large why such language should not be encouraged. However, as my experience in the African and also Nigerian atheist group showed, most people, no matter how rational they claim to be, do not like to be called out. The African atheist group I joined on Facebook was very homophobic and racist. There were posts and comments deriding Miss Blood members as not African enough, and slur words like mulattoes were often used. When I made a post in the group on sexual minorities and the role of religion in the persecution of sexual minorities in Africa, some of the group members became very homophobic. I mean, it happens that majority of the group members are homophobes and let out the most horrible homophobic rants I have ever encountered in all self-identified rationalist groups. My experience with the Nigerian atheist group was even worse because bigotry, sexism, and irrationality was the order of the day in the group. It got so bad that female members were threatened with rape and promised that dicks would be rammed down their mothers' throats. A gay group member who lived in the Sharia part of Nigeria had his home address posted online. Therefore, putting him seriously in danger, endangering his life since he could be killed, not just for his sexual orientation, but for the mere fact that he does not believe in a God. For his atheism, he could have been killed, he could be killed, and all those irrational actions actually came from their atheists. Would it even be any wonder if I decided not to hang out online or wherever with such assholes anymore? Should I stop identifying as an African or Nigerian atheist because a group with that name is homophobic, sexist, and racist? No. I could very well organize another group named African Atheist Plus or Nigerian Atheist with the plus tag, signifying that this is an atheist group of Africans, Nigerians, who along with their non-belief in theism also share some rational values like equality for all, anti-racism, pro-sexual minorities, they are gender positive, and they are non-ableist. Having a clear tag would aid my decision on which group to join and network with online. It will save precious time I use online arguing with bigoted, racist, and homophobic atheists on why they have no rational reason to be racist, to be homophobic, or chauvinistic towards me and or others in the group. It will save me and many others too the agony of joining atheist group that do not care that some of their members are being subjected to degrading attitudes from other group members. Atheism Plus appeals to me because it promises a place to hang out with atheists who, just like me, believe that bigotry, racism, sexism, homophobia is irrational and are willing to critically examine social justice issues alongside our non-belief in the existence of God. We want to network, talk about our atheism, social justice issues, or just hang out in an environment free of schisms. Is it really that difficult to understand? Some of the antagonists of Atheist Plus have asked, we already have secular humanism, why Atheist Plus? I'll say, why LGBT humanists? Why African humanists, socialist humanists, secular humanists, female humanists, or Nigerian humanists? I mean, why so many tags? Well, it is because people can't self-identify and are free to self-identify. And people are also free to create tags, just the same way people are free to create gods. So far, they are not forcing their tags down other people's throats. And they're not touting their tags as the only real thing or the only real truth. It is okay to self-identify. I mean, why should I be required to identify as a secular humanist or be confined to secular humanist groups because I am an atheist who actively advocates for human rights. I should have the right to identify as a secular humanist or as an atheist. Plus, it is about choice. Secular humanists have chosen not to prominently use the word atheist. It is their choice. I am a member of a few secular humanist groups. It is my choice. I have chosen to use my atheist tag to identify with the social justice causes I care about. It is my prerogative. Why can't I use my self-identified atheist tag to also represent other things I stand for? Is the atheist tag restricted? If yes, who made the restriction? When did we agree it should be restricted? I think those fighting the atheist plus tag should examine their real motive to understand what they are scared of. Are they scared that atheism will be overrun by feminists, human rights activists, atheist women demanding not to be called sluts in atheist groups? Africans demanding not to be given the second-class treatment in international atheist group? Atheists living with disabilities demanding not to be ignored in an atheist gathering, or young atheists demanding that their voice also be heard? What exactly are the anti-atheist plus afraid of? I do not apologize for my social justice consciousness, and I cannot make excuses for anyone who wants to hide under whatever label, including an atheist label, to spew, parochial views. I do not even want to hang out with such persons, irrespective of our shared belief or disbelief in God. It does not mean I'm leaving the label atheism for you. It only means I am also seeking cooler friends to hang out with. Friends who happen to share the same social justice consciousness with me. That shouldn't be too difficult to understand. And I am certainly not an atheist with a but. I am simply an atheist with a plus. And for me, the plus sign is the icing on the cake. Some like icing, some don't. Whatever floats your boat. But if you still do not understand why I want atheism with a plus, well, it is not my problem. It is your problem, and hope you get it solved soon. I am only responsible for what I say, not what you understand. Cheers.